2, 3, 4, hit it.
Welcome, LoveLine,
with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Yes, I mean. All right, it's a LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Phone numbers for LoveLine, 1-800-LFVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4555. Jeez, I got to slow down on these openings. I don't think anyone could pick that up. Anyway, we don't want your damn faxes. Save Ferris is here tonight. T-Bone and Monique are both here. The last time I saw Save Ferris, I was in New York. You were there too, Drew.
Where were we?
You weren't paying attention. You were eating and trying to keep your wife sober so she wouldn't embarrass you in front of the MTV exec.
This was
This was after the MTV Video Awards.
Yes.
And they have this big
big
blowout at this park, which is right in the middle of Manhattan.
Right.
I've been the last 3 years, I think. Usually they dig up some group that broke up from the 70s, some Motown group, but everyone's dead.
Sweet? I remember
I think they had...
Did they have Sweet do it?
No. Hey, come on, man.
Sorry.
A couple of those guys are dead, man.
Oh.
No, I don't know where Sweet is. They're back in Germany. The point is, Save Ferris played this year.
I remember that.
And they were great.
Yeah, I remember that.
Usually, I don't know if you guys had been to these shows in years past, but everyone is way too cool for the room, usually, and they're much too into seeing what someone is wearing or trying to figure out where they're going to get their next deal going or what have you, and the band is just so much elevator music that's playing in the background. But Save Ferris actually got people to turn their head, drew a big crowd, and got the crowd going. And you're one of the members from your band. I don't remember the guy's name because I was drunk. And he was drunk, too. So he probably slurred. But shorter in stature, but sturdy looking. He came up to me after the show. He recognized me, and he said, "We need to come on that radio show." And I said, "No effing what?" No, I said, absolutely, whenever you're in town. But I don't see him here tonight.
I think that was Mark. Was he shaved head?
Was he Oriental? Was
no.
He Hispanic?
No, and it's Asian, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Yes,
My
we
bad.
have Oriental
My bad.
rugs,
No,
not
I
Oriental
think it was
people, right,
probably
Drew?
Mark, our drummer.
Whatever you say, Adam.
Right. What's that?
It's probably Mark, our drummer.
Well, he came up. He was a very nice lad, and
He is a nice boy.
He's a nice boy.
He wanted to come on the show, but now I don't see him here.
That's because his watch got stuck at 4:20, and that's what time he thinks it is right now, so he's still at home.
Yeah.
Lord.
He knew because I really wanted to come on the show.
Yeah, you could have brought him down. Is it you guys are local, right?
Yep.
Orange County?
OC.
Yeah, I remember you actually talked about that when you were on stage that night, right? You referred to come all over Orange County or something.
Yeah.
I remember
probably, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Everybody.
saying that.
Hey, hold on
I'm
a
glad
second.
you remember us. That's cool.
Mike, mark this down on the calendar. Drew's contributing to the show, everybody.
Yeah,
Look
all
at
right,
that.
Drew.
Wow.
Woohoo!
What a rare distinction for you guys to be here.
Excellent.
It's the Play-Doh.
It's all about the Stanley Cup.
All right, so Save Ferris is going to be playing the fabulous Acoustic Christmas, which is must be a bit surreal and a dream come true all at the same time for you guys, because anyone who's local knows about the Acoustic Christmas and K-Rock and the Mother Station and all that stuff. So that must be cool.
It's pretty funky.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because we've been listening to K-Rock for so long. Like me, grew up listening to K-Rock.
Hey, I used to listen to this show. I used to really dig Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, things have really changed. Oh, man.
You know, it was
You
weird.
used to respect me, too. What's weird?
You know, it was weird, though, is when, I grew up in this town. I grew up in North Hollywood. I'm a little older than you guys. I listened to K-Rock when they came out on the air in, 76, 77.
Oh, yeah.
When they were playing, Quiet Riot and stuff.
Yeah.
And, they just didn't know what to play. They're just going to play whatever. If there was a guy who was dressed like a chick and he was leading a band, he was in. But they're playing AC/DC and they're playing John Hyatt and Graham Parker. And they just had Van Halen.
Yeah,
they didn't know what the hell they wanted to do. But the point is I would listen to this show for years. I mean, and so when I called you on Friday, I think I called you Friday.
Saturday, yeah.
I called you Saturday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Oh, boy. I had a tough weekend. But the point is I called Drew Saturday, just called him. He picked up his phone at home, talked to him for a second, was real quick, told him forget about whatever's going on Sunday, and hung up on him, and then had this weird little brain spasm. I went, wow, I just called Dr. Drew. and the real weird part is I was in a real hurry to get off the phone with him. I couldn't get off the phone fast
I had
enough.
kind of a strange experience, too, because it was one of the most pleasant sounding interactions I've ever had with you. I mean, I actually
it was
didn't.
Fast.
It was quick. And I didn't walk away from the phone feeling miserable like I normally do. But even talk to your answering machine, I feel bad.
You usually feel dirty, don't you, after shower? Like after a rape scene or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to this show for a long time, too.
I know.
Even before you were on
I know.
the show.
I know. Now it sucks.
You two used to hate each other a lot more, though. I think you've been a lot more friendly to each other lately.
Oh, no. We're going into a new phase of problems.
It's changing.
Lately, we've sort of been in trouble.
What it is it's like a couple of like teenage boys wrestling is. Eventually they get tired. Yes. They just either want to masturbate or watch TV for like an hour, but then they get back going a little bit later on. That's how we work. Yes. Except for it's like a week we'll take off sometimes if we've really been going at it for a while.
A whole week to masturbate? That's interesting.
Well, I use that euphemistically. Okay. I just meant to blow off a little steam and get some of the fluids back in you. All right. What do you want to do? Do we want to hear something? No. Let's go to a call, and then we'll hear something from Save Ferris. Kevin.
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey, you're 21.
Yeah. Hey, you guys are awesome, by the way. Hey, my question's for Drew.
Yeah.
I've got a friend who apparently is pregnant. They've seen heartbeats or something, and pregnant with twins.
Or something.
Yeah, something. I don't know what's going on down there. But pregnant, and she claims that she's never had sex. She claims that with her boyfriend that, they've done some fondling and whatnot, but no sex. And wondering if that's possible.
Hallelujah. Yeah, exactly. Not without immaculate conception. No. I mean, what do you think?
I think absolutely not. In fact,
I would agree.
I've got a bet with my buddy on this one.
Yeah. But you know what I've heard?
What?
I've heard that, well, when I was in school and we had sex class, they told us that not to get it around you too close.
That is true.
Because
the semen it is possible the semen could work its way up, but the sperm can work its way up.
Doesn't that sound weird, though? Because it's alive.
Yeah,
and
of course.
And it moves.
Yeah. I had some guys putting some cones around my house just the other day because a couple of women driving by. One of them had her window cracked, and now she's pregnant.
That's it. It's all over.
Well, when the wind kicks in.
That's right.
Yeah.
But, and people have called us once in a while and asked questions like, I got it on my underwear. Could this possibly? Yeah, it's always possible, but I've never heard of a case, so it's very unlikely. And certainly the overwhelming probability is that she's, for some reason, telling an untruth.
Right.
Okay?
Okay. Hey, one question for Adam. Adam, are there any software developers in Boobville?
No. Would you like to be?
I'd love to be.
All right. All right, man. I'm letting this I've been trying to kill this Boobville idea for like a year and a half. The people won't let me do it.
What's Boobville?
I came up with this fictitious place known as Boobville about a year and a half ago. I actually went and looked at some land near Plentywood, Montana, which is right by the Canadian border. There's a lot of land out there, and I thought it'd be nice to keep it near another country in case there was trouble and we all needed to scramble across the border. Plus, a lot of good strip clubs and beer over there. And I was just basically an amusement park for guys who were, just amusement park for guys. They have amusement parks for kids, obviously. Women have malls. What do guys have? Okay, they have bars and stuff like that. But what large-scale place does a guy have? Well, I'll tell you, Boobville. So I started working it out, and then people started applying for positions.
Really?
Obviously, I'm the mayor.
That's interesting.
I'm not really the mayor. I'm more the commandant. It's not really democracy what goes on inside of Boobville. I am the supreme commander. Yeah, the dictator. But there are openings for, staff positions, fluff boy. The guy who details my Bentley. There's all sorts of. I'm going to set up loosely based on the Larry Flint empire.
There you go.
Yeah, where he's sort of the supreme guy. We'll be pushed around in a wheelchair.
Gold.
Yeah, gold wheelchair.
You should team up with Larry Flint. That way he can supply the chicks.
Yeah, Larry was.
We've had Larry in here.
Yeah, Larry was supremely
really?
impressed with Adam.
Yeah, he sent me a subscription to Gent, which is his Busty magazine.
It's called Gent?
Yeah, I get it.
Busty magazine?
Yeah, I get it every. It's every other month for some reason, or maybe it just feels that way. I think it just feels that way. It's probably every week, but to me, it feels like a good 4 weeks. But
does that mean it's only like a topless mag or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not.
But it's all about everything above the waist.
That's where the emphasis lies.
That's what it's all about, huh?
But they bear all. And I found out that he published this, and I threatened him that he needed to give me a subscription. And Lord knows he did. And I'm still enjoying it. Comes in a little plain brown bag. It's like Christmas once a month.
Knows. High five for Larry Flint.
No kidding. And he says his penis works better than ever, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he has a pump involved. He has a little pump, and he has, where's the reservoir? In his testicles, Drew?
Probably. Sometimes they're in the tip of the implant.
Now, his, I think, is in his testicles. And he actually squeezes his testicles like when the doctor does the blood pressure thing.
Can you get that, like, involuntary or voluntary, like, if you didn't need it?
No.
No?
Well,
I mean, if you guys really want one, I'm sure somebody somewhere would put one in, but not a good idea.
He says 2 pumps, and he's there.
2 pumps, and he's there.
Have they ever created those for boobs? You could market those in Boobville.
Hey, see, that's kind of, I want you in my lab.
You can have your own store.
Okay, there's room for you in the lab.
What if we put them in shoes? Think that would sell?
True. See, the joke is they invented that already.
Oh, they did?
You see, Drew?
She was just like staring like...
I thought they were talking about the penile implant.
I need this. This is my audience all night, by the way.
You know, I'm thinking of my parents right now. My mom said to me when she heard I was going on LoveLine, please don't embarrass me.
It's too late. You're in a ska band.
Late.
She's already humiliated.
Yeah, exactly.
No, actually, she likes the band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think she's pretty embarrassed right now. Sorry, Ma.
Jessica.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow. No, I'm just surprised to be on so quickly.
Well, okay. Let's put you on hold.
No, that was just a matter of, that was just a comment.
It was?
That wasn't a
okay. No, it wasn't. I just didn't want to disappoint
Adam,
her.
I love you. Don't put me on
there you go. What's going on?
Well, first off, I want to say that I love LoveLine, and I miss it because I'm in New York now, and I'm from Los Angeles. And there's K-Rock in New York, but they don't seem to air LoveLine.
It's on Sunday at 10 to midnight.
Yeah. I've heard it then, but it's not the same. It's not the same as live and every night. Anyway, I miss you guys.
Well, we'd love to be on live every night over there, and maybe we'll work it out.
Okay.
Can you hear the enthusiasm?
Yeah. There's a lot Adam can do about this.
All right, Jessica, what do you want?
I'm 18 years old, and I'm a virgin, and I'm happy with that. It's a conscious decision, and I basically decided when I was, 15 or so, that I wanted to wait until I was in a serious, loving relationship.
Great.
And so I'm 18 years old, and the serious, loving relationship has not come along yet. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what my problem is, because I'm an attractive 18-year-old. I'm in college. And I'm looking around, and I seem to be ending up in these situations where it's like a one-night thing, we exchange phone numbers, but he never calls back.
Tell me something, Jessica. I had heard that there is, in some campuses, sort of a trend afoot where there's not a lot of dating going on. They're just sort of hanging out and partying together and that kind of thing. And that's not that's an unfortunate thing, I think, because people are happier and healthier in their relationships and learn more about themselves and what they want from people if they actually date.
Exactly, but
why don't you ask guys
I'm
out?
the only one who feels this way.
Why don't you ask guys out?
What?
Why don't you ask some guys out?
That's sort of demeaning, isn't it?
No, not at all.
It's not, Monique? You don't think so?
Really, it's not really an issue. I guess I would feel strange not because I'm a girl asking a guy out, but because
the culture,
people generally don't date.
Yeah, the culture is without dating now.
Yeah. And I guess the problem isn't really that, and sometimes I think that I'm not going to be able to wait forever. I'm not going to want to be 25 and still a virgin, because I really think that it's good to have some sexual experience before you get married.
Yes.
That's just my personal belief.
That's probably smart. But you don't want to be disappointed about it. You don't want to be an unpleasant thing, and you don't want to have regrets.
Well,
I think you should create dates.
Create dates?
That's what I do.
How do you create a date?
Okay, so you like a guy, right? So if you find this guy you like or you found particularly interesting, you know, you kind of get close to him and you kind of make it like, hey, do you like to bowl? I like to bowl. I love to bowl. So I say, you like to bowl? Oh, yeah. Well, let's go bowling.
So you're saying,
go bowling.
All right, you're saying be proactive.
Yeah, what's
Jessica,
wrong with that?
Yeah, you're just gonna rot away otherwise. I think you
have
better
to get out there. You know why I think it is? I think a lot of men are afraid to ask women out nowadays. I think a lot of men are afraid that they're going to do the wrong thing because women are so much more, well, I can't say all women, but so many women are so much more independent now. Like, so many of us aren't afraid to ask guys out on dates. It seems
to me that in the past, this country had a sort of protocol, which is the guy would come a-courting. You know, he'd get himself, put a handful of the pomade in the hair and get himself a carnation, and he'd go ask the... Well, this is back when.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe this is some Jimmy Rogers song or something.
Jimmy Stewart movie.
The point is there was an order. Guys asked girls out. They did it all the time. If a girl didn't want to go out with a guy, she said no, and it wasn't any big deal because as a guy, that's just basically what you did. Now everything's a little foggy out there. You're considered first off, everyone's lesbian, so you don't even know who you're talking to anymore.
Women are different nowadays.
Secondly, you're considered some sort of deviant if you try to lure a woman away from her group and get her alone in a car or something. Everything, the lines have been blurred a little bit. Is all I'm saying. So maybe you have to take some initiative. But the good news is a guy who would respect you and your virginity would be a guy who's a little more old-fashioned and tend to be more apt to date than hang out with the clique and do poppers or whatever those kids are doing these days.
Most of the guys that I've had experiences with have been very respectful of my virginity, and I've been surprised at that because I hear all these horror stories about, you know, a guy bringing up sex, the girl saying, I'm a virgin and I'm not interested in having sex with you, and him being like, see you later. But that's never really been the situation with me. If I've been getting together with a guy and, you know, he takes out a condom and I have to say, look, I'm really not going to do that, I've never had a guy be like, well, then whatever, and get up and walk away. I mean, most of the time, it's just been like, all right, well, let's continue with what we're doing. But, I mean, that's not really the issue. It's just that these guys, you know, I can get together with them or I can, you know, feel some kind of connection, and then they don't.
All right, retired. Just that's enough. We don't feel sorry for you. You're good looking, you're 18, you're virgin.
And you're healthy.
You have nothing.
You're healthy.
Yeah.
You're really healthy.
Maybe you got really bad breath.
No, just be patient. Jessica, all you're telling us is that you're frustrated, you're impatient, and you've got a kind of a peculiar cultural environment that you're stuck with. Break through that cultural environment and be patient, and you'll be fine. You will be fine.
Tisha.
Hello?
You're 21.
Hi.
You're on with Save Ferris.
Hi.
Hi,
God,
Tisha.
I'm so excited. I just wanted to ask if you guys were going to be doing any more touring and coming to the Bay Area.
Yeah, actually, we're coming up to the Bay Area in, I think, the end of January.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh. I don't know exactly where we're playing or what day or anything, but I know we're heading up to that neck of the woods.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
You guys are so cool.
Yeah.
So are you.
Thanks.
Yeah, here's the beauty of Save Ferris. A lot of the times when you go see a band, you have to know the songs. And if they decide to play the songs that are on the new album and you don't have the new album, you've been listening to the last 5 albums, or once in a while when bands get established, they like to piss off everybody and go out and play a bunch of crappy covers or something like that. Like I think David Bowie was doing this last time he was out, and everyone wants to hear, the familiar stuff. But Save Ferris, screw it. Doesn't matter. They got all the horns going. Monique's bouncing up and down, and you like every song because it's energy, it's horns, it's rhythm, and Monique sounds great, by the way.
Should we hear one of the songs now?
No, they're not that good. I don't want to hear that was BS. Yeah, you want to hear something now?
I think it's about time.
See, I think...
Yes, Mike says yes.
Oh, Mike says yes?
2 thumbs up.
Oh, we got time? All right. What are we going to hear? Come on, Eileen? Oh, we are? All right. Here it is.
Johnny Ray said it set up on the radio. He moved
Yes. Come on, Eileen. T-Bone was just telling me he wrote that on an airplane coming back. He was just kidding.
On the way to Gettysburg?
Right. All right. Drew with the non sequitur. Save Ferris is here tonight. And Drew, you want to sell the hell out of the next call?
No, because I don't know what it's going to be.
All right. We'll be back. Wait a minute. All right. I'm out of it.
All of my most sensitive areas were inflamed.
Really? LoveLine will be right back to deal with inflamed, sensitive areas.
Hey, boy. Engineer Mike really earning his $5.75 an hour tonight. Digging deep into the bowling. The bag of bowling. Hey, you know those ball cleaners? You ever see those at the bowling alley?
Yeah.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I never know what they've done.
I like to bowl.
Never could figure those things out. How do those things work, those ball cleaners?
Well, you put the ball
unzip your
inside.
zipper first.
Ew.
come on.
Nasty.
My bad.
Anyway.
I'm sorry,
That
Monique,
would
go
really
ahead.
hurt if you had to put your balls inside of a machine to wash them.
That's true.
That would kind of stink. No, it would suck.
You were going to explain?
No, it would blow. No, wait a minute. It wouldn't be good.
All right, I'm
Didn't she
moving
just say her
on.
mom
If
was
you're
listening?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Monique and
Mom.
T-Bone are both here from Save
Now
Ferris.
I'm embarrassed.
Now Drew's turning red. Yeah, because you know the mom's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
All right. Well, let's try not to think about that, Drew. Let's just press on.
Props out to Mom and Dad.
Drew, what the hell's the matter with you? Please. We just... all right. Boy, everyone's a big Save Ferris fan. Boy.
Yay.
Wendy,
Hi.
you're 23.
Yes, I actually have questions and comments for all of you, but I need to ask the most important one for the doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a son that's almost 5 years old.
Uh-huh.
His name is Calvin, and for the past 3.5 years, he's had a lump on the side of his neck,
Uh-huh.
about the size of a golf ball.
Uh-huh.
And of course, I took him to the doctor right away, and they started pumping him with all kinds of antibiotics. And it was shrinking and then coming back. And I didn't want to give him any more medicine because I thought it was doing no good.
Did they biopsy it?
No. And I asked them, they said, oh, no. They were treating me really horrible. I was like, why are you treating me like this? I just want to know what's wrong with my son. And they kind of gave me the attitude like, well, if it was really serious, he'd be dead by now. And I'm like, whatever. So I finally got someone to listen to me, and they were going to tell me to go to like an ENT doctor.
All right.
He's had this lump for 3.5 years,
Uh-huh.
but it gets soft and hard.
Uh-huh.
And now the doctor's saying there's like 7. And I was wondering, they've been giving him like CBC count tests and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
because I've been bugging them about it so much. And I was wondering how like dangerous is this? Because they keep on telling me it's very common. All children have some sort of, lumpiness and.
Well, all children have swollen lymph nodes in their neck. If you feel a 4-year-old's neck, it feels like a bag of grapes going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And there usually will be predominant nodes.
Mhm.
One will be a centimeter or so, while the others will maybe just little tiny pea-sized things.
Mhm.
And they get bigger and smaller. That is the new immune system interacting with the environment and
But-
processing it. It is totally normal.
Are you a real doctor or just a love doctor?
Right.
But what I mean is, like, it never goes away. It's always there.
And sometimes they get scarred and hard and whatnot. I mean, if there was something, if a pediatrician felt there was something out of context in terms of the size or feel of it, then it needs to be biopsied.
Mhm.
If it feels like a normal lymph node, it's called a reactive node, then you leave it be. There's no point in putting the kid through the
I
surgery.
think what Wendy's asking is, should she be having another son to play it safe?
It sounds to me like you've seen
Is
a
that
lot of
the
people.
subtext here,
You're
Wendy?
you're getting the same take from everybody that it's normal.
I have a story about that.
Well, what I'm asking
Hold
is.
on, Monique.
I will. I
Wait
have
a minute.
Story, though.
Hold on. I meant to say hold on, Wendy, because I want to hear Monique's story.
No, when I was in the 7th grade,
Mm-hmm.
I was in biology class once, and I was feeling my neck, and I felt this big ball in it,
Right.
and I thought I had cancer.
Right.
And I went and I saw the doctor, and I was all shaken up. And
Yeah.
It was terrible. And it was just a swollen lymph node.
Right. And that happens
I was
all the
freaked
time.
out, though. I swear. It
And
felt
you-
like a
you-
ball.
Look, you
rolling around. Like.
You, as a physician,
I was looking for a little bigger payday there with
you
this.
can tell the
Then
difference.
I went to the bowling alley and threw it in one of those washers,
All
and
right.
it was gone.
Now we're talking.
Wendy, and you should understand, you can tell the difference.
Yeah, but my question is, if they're going to send me to a specialist, is that say they do take it out or whatever. I heard that if, like, you take it out, like, it makes the system react more and it'll cause more lumps in his neck. Is that true?
What difference it make?
I don't know. I just don't want him to go through, like, surgery again because he already had surgery, like, when he
Well,
was
if they don't feel he needs surgery, then
Okay.
Listen, Wendy, what do you want Drew to do?
Well, I just want some good advice, Adam.
The advice is that you've seen multiple doctors and nobody's been the least bit disturbed by these, so they are almost undoubtedly normal.
Oh, okay. I just want to know if it was like, because I don't want to worry about it, but I do.
All right.
No one really sees it, but I.
Wait. What did I just say?
Yeah, I understand.
It's like you can't be reassured here, Wendy. Be careful. That is unhealthy for the child. Part of the job.
He doesn't even notice it.
Part of the job of the mother.
He may not notice the lump, but he notices you fretting every 5 seconds.
Part of the job of mothering is teaching the child to manage anxiety. And if you have overwhelming anxieties about the child, that is a not ineffective parenting. So be very careful.
Let me tell you, some of the most screwed up adults I currently know had moms that were paranoid and fretted too much.
Okay.
They become very weird, especially guys. Oh, they're a mess.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I'll take that advice.
All right, Wendy.
And it was nice talking to you guys. And love the band. And Adam, I love you, but I don't understand why you don't like religion.
I thought you were going to say, why you don't like me.
No.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand that either. Because, Dr. Drew, you're cool.
I enjoy religion, Wendy.
You do?
I just kid. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
Love you guys.
All right, go to hell. David.
Yeah.
You're 23.
Yeah, I just want to tell you guys you're great. I listen to you guys every night.
Thank you.
You're on anyway.
I like when people make that clarification.
Hey, you guys are right on.
When's the last time we jumped down someone's throat? You listen to us every night. Hey, smart guy, how about Friday and Saturday, huh?
Yeah,
little lion boy. Now, how can we believe anything you say?
David, don't give anybody any ideas. We need a couple nights off.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Drew doesn't even want to be here the 5 nights he's here.
Go ahead, what's up?
You can kind of, well, that's because...
Yeah. You can tell. I
You
know.
cannot tell just because Adam is giving me grief about it every night. I'm so sick of this.
I used to listen every night.
Yeah, see that?
But then I
Then
started...
Adam became the co-host, and that was the end of that.
Exactly. No, and then I started knowing all the answers, so I
And then
stopped.
Drew's attitude started bleeding through is really what happened, right, Monique?
He needs to start bringing his own dollar bills, though, you know.
Adam's the one. I'm always giving them to him.
Oh my gosh, that is so strange.
What's
Drew
that?
just gave Adam $1 for the machine.
Yes.
No way.
No,
I swear to you, to buy a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, because I'm so humiliated by the way he hounds me for money every
Diet
night.
Dr. Pepper, what's wrong, Adam? You starting to pack on a little bit, or
He
what?
gave me 45 cents, and
No, now they're big stars.
I have drank this weekend probably enough sugar in the form of alcohol to keep a small third world country going for a good 6 months. So I'm switching over to the diet.
I have a feeling I shouldn't have said that, huh?
What?
No.
I shouldn't have said that.
What?
Revealed our behind the scenes.
I shouldn't have said the name.
Oh, no.
Oh, please.
Dave, what's going on?
Actually, I just got out of a super crappy relationship. I heard one of their commercials while I was waiting for you guys. It says about guys beating on their wives. Well, I think there should be one about fiancés beating up on their boyfriends.
What happened?
She was just real abusive. I fell in love with her. Don't know why. You know, she was good in bed. That might have been one reason. You know, that's not love, but, you know, she had a daughter that was a little disabled. I treated her like she was my own, you know, really took care of her and, you know, played the father act.
Was she physically abusive to you?
Oh, yeah.
For how long?
The first month we were together, she was never physical, just, you know, stuff she'd say, you know, kind of blow you away. And, but for probably about, you know, a good 4 months.
So you've been going out for 5 months?
We were going out for actually almost a year, but it was off and on.
And what was the kind of stuff she would say that would blow you away?
Oh, like I went the second night after we had gone out, she caught a cold, and I went to Kmart with my sisters and picked her up some medicine, you know, and I called her up and I said, hey, you know, what are you doing? She said, oh, nothing, just laying in bed. And I told her I was going to bring her over some medicine. She's all, well, where'd you go? I said, Kmart to pick you up some medicine. She just hung up the phone. And I called back, and I'm like, you know, what the hell's going on here? So, well, why were you at Kmart when you could have been with me? And just like,
All right, so you've been blessed that she is out of the picture right now.
Right.
Oh, boy. What's wrong with her daughter?
She has Rett syndrome.
It's very serious. What is that, Drew?
Yeah, very, very detrimental to the mom, I understand. You know?
Rets?
Rets?
Yeah.
I don't think you're pronouncing that right.
Tourette's?
It's where she
Right.
can't talk, she can't eat, she can eat, she can't feed herself, she can't if she falls down, she can't get up.
So she has some kind of neurologic disorder, right?
She's 3 years old too. She's not potty trained or nothing.
I thought you said she had kind of a minor disability.
She's completely disabled.
No, I said she's disabled.
No, the way he
Said sort of
couched it
disabled,
is,
yeah.
he said sort of disabled
Yeah.
or something. It didn't strike me is too bad. I thought like a one bad ear or something.
What happened? Was there something happen during delivery or something?
No, they said that it's something that only girls can get,
Oh, thank God.
and it's. I think it comes in the genes or something.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It's not very common. It's pretty rare.
That's not something I'm familiar with.
All right. Well, it's too bad for the kid because
Right.
here was a guy who was willing to get involved.
Exactly.
But she turned against you, and can you imagine this woman's life? Abusive, has his daughter with this affliction.
You haven't heard the best of it yet.
Oh, what?
I finally broke off the engagement. First, I broke it off once and then went back like an idiot. Then I broke it off again. I bought her a brand new car, a $3,500 wedding ring, and she turned into a bigger winch, and I broke up with her 2 weeks later, and so that was the end of it. And a month later, I get a thing in the mail from the district attorney for battery and disturbing the peace.
Oh, yeah.
How does she get you for disturbing the peace?
You know what? I'd love to know that one myself, because there wasn't no peace to be disturbing because the nearest neighbor was good. Actually, her nearest neighbors are sisters, and that's where I was at.
Oh, boy.
Is that the kind of thing that
became?
What's his name? The sports announcer got caught up in.
Yeah.
Marv Albert?
Yeah. I mean,
but
people
how
like this do that.
Yeah, I understand you could file a claim against somebody for abuse or battery or something, but how do you? It's like
You got to have somebody you have disturbed to say that there's been a disturbance.
Yeah, and he was really loud when he was beating me.
There was this big thing that went on with my mailbox and my bank account, and we both shared we both shared a bank account. Money got taken out of there, so I took it off.
David.
Yeah.
Listen.
We're getting a little sense of why he went for her, though, aren't you?
Yeah, David, you...
No, I don't want to get back together with
Yeah, we're getting a little sense about David, though, here.
Well, she's nuts, but you have to be sort of nuts to vigorously pursue somebody who's nuts.
Yeah.
And all those people out there who say... I'm telling you, she was Mary Poppins, and then all of a sudden she wrote in pig's blood, F you, and she tried to kill me with a broomstick. And it's like, no, I don't buy that. I can pick out the maniacs pretty early on. It's not very difficult. I mean, if your head is screwed on straight, you kind of realize very quickly when others' heads aren't screwed on straight, and you basically just go to the other side of the street when you see him coming your way. So
what's he asking?
Well, I don't care what he's asking.
Oh.
Well, I don't mean to be rude, but
Oh no, you're not being rude. I was just wondering.
he's just basically venting, is what it sounded like to me. And we got to go to a commercial. We don't have time for this. What David's got to do is realize that if he's attracted to somebody, that's his first warning sign.
Right, that's somebody he shouldn't date.
Right,
That's right.
Run like
That's
hell.
right.
It's the catch-22. You should be vigorously pursuing those who repulse you.
Not repulse, but
Yes, the more you hate them, the better.
No, who don't? Well, but who don't?
Think about it, Drew. We'd be living in a utopia if all the effed up people out there, all those daughters of abusive alcoholics, if they didn't go out and marry the alcoholic abuser, you're so attracted to the people you shouldn't be attracted to. Plus, I'd probably get some chicks. You think so, Drew?
No.
No. Okay. We'll be back.
Meanwhile, as the faceless evil closes in on the hapless, sleeping populace across town in a shanty one-bedroom, an old woman feeds her parakeet.
Come on, Chirpy, have some cheese. You love cheese. Since when are you afraid of cheese?
LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, Save Ferris is here. Monique and T-Bone. What geez, I didn't know what time it was. All right, Drew's kitty threw up this morning, woke him up. But Here's what I was saying. You know, the thing that's funny is Drew tells me, and it's not abuse, it's true. When his kid throws up, it's like when your cat starts hawking up a fur ball, and they go, and you grab them, and you'll either like bowl them out of the house, just anywhere. But Drew, you need like a throw up zone
in my house. I need a throw up room.
Just aim them.
Yeah.
That way.
Well,
I can't believe you even have carpeting in there. You need.
We have the special beat up carpeting. It'll just everything.
absorbs everything.
It levitates off it. Anything gets near it.
But what you need is like a slab with a grate on it and a drain, a big grid.
Yes.
Like the monkey cage.
Oh no, yes.
Just concrete.
Like
a
hose
Something
bib
you
in
can
every
hose
room.
down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
How old are your children?
5.
All of them are 5?
Triplets. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I thought that they all looked very close in age.
So
Everybody, I saw a picture of Dr. Drew's children.
very good looking,
lucky.
aren't they?
Very good looking.
Yeah.
They're
amazingly
so cute.
attractive.
Way cute.
And I think they'll be good mentally too.
You keep telling me
gets divorced soon.
You keep telling me I've ruined them though, or I will ruin them.
Yeah, you're just too good to them. But here's what I wanted to say when we were talking during the commercial. You should start tallying up the number of times the kids vomit until they get old enough where they can start keeping track themselves. Because I'd really love to know the amount of times I vomited in my life. Unfortunately, I only start counting from about 16, which was my first trip to Tijuana. And I really don't remember any before that. But the point is...
These are important historical details about one's life.
And my folks cared enough to keep count. It'd be kind of fun. Yeah, 31, 32 times, whatever
like
it was.
An even number like 1,000 or something, you can celebrate more.
Yeah, it might maybe, and then vomit.
There you go.
Huge party for like your 100th vomit. Could you imagine you're at 99, so you have just a big kegger blowout, and you get like a beer bong and a 6-foot sub, and it's like the stroke of midnight. You projectile vomit. And everyone's there clapping, and mom is like wiping away tears.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
The video cameras out.
You were such a cute baby.
That's pretty darn funny.
Yeah, it's a good idea. All right, Mike.
Hi.
You're 27. You're on with Save Ferris.
Yeah, I have this problem and question, I guess. I've been with this girl for about 7 years, and about 4 years ago, she had an experience with another girl. I found out about a year later. We agreed to keep it a secret between her and I.
How long have you been with her?
7 years.
7 years.
And it's been pretty rocky, and we've broken up a few times, and we agreed to keep that part a secret. And yesterday I found out that when she's had a few beers, she's mentioned it to my brothers and sisters. And I'm wondering, why is she doing that?
Why are we keeping it a secret?
Well, because it's something I'm pretty much ashamed of.
Is she?
She said that she didn't want to do, that it wasn't a good experience for her.
No. This is your shame, not hers. Why does she have to keep it a secret?
Well, I don't know about that part, but she has told me that she doesn't want to do it again. She's not going to do it again.
Yeah, but she's not ashamed of it.
Well, yeah, she's probably not.
Okay, so why should she have to keep it a secret?
I'll tell you. Hold on a second. Poor Mike's on the ropes here, taking a beating by Drew. Here's the situation. Mike, if you'd had a few beers and blown one of your buddies in the garage 4 years ago, you know she'd be pretty freaky if you were spreading that around to her family.
Yes.
Obviously, it's just respect. Other people in general don't like the explicit details of their partner's sexual past, especially since the past was the present, because they were in a relationship at the time. They don't like that thrown about. They don't. Some people don't care. For most, it's considered a little embarrassing, and it's payback time for women when they get drunk, because there's nothing a woman loves more than to get loaded and go to a party and just humiliate her man. And Drew, I've seen your wife do this. My girlfriend will do this. Every girlfriend I've ever had has done this. All of a sudden, you're at some party and they're drinking and you're drinking and they're off talking to someone, and you're walking up to them and they're talking to a group and they're going, he cried when his dog died.
But think about it. Now let's break this down a little bit. It's almost always a group of women they're talking to.
Yeah.
And women do talk to each other differently than men do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They will talk about stuff more casually and easily. I've had to get up from tables and things where I just think I just can't listen to this. It's nothing wrong with it, but I'm uncomfortable.
Women go into embarrass your man
No,
mode
I'm not sure
when
that's
they
what it
get
is.
drunk.
It's just they
do.
naturally go into material that we get
they
embarrassed
do,
by.
and guys deserve it because guys weren't listening during the week, throughout the course of the year. They weren't paying enough attention. Hey, here's what happens.
Yeah, but they're sort of empowering one another by knocking the guy down.
Yeah, but they do it in front of the guys. They do it in front of your friends.
No, they do it in front of the girls always. Usually a group of girls.
Okay, then the girls immediately go straight back to the guys.
Yes.
Every time I have been out with 3 or 4 of my guy friends and their girlfriends or wives, and there's been booze involved, the women get a little loaded, and there's some stuff divulged. Some crap that's between you and your wife or you and your girlfriend that you told them in an intimate moment. Boom. It's all over that. So the guys come back. You had crabs 6 times? Holy Christ. It's got to be some kind of record.
That happened to me today.
You had crabs?
With him. No, I didn't have crabs.
With your boyfriend?
Well, he's not really my boyfriend, but he's close.
Oh, he's giving the...
Yeah, he got drunk with my sister's boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
And then they started talking about the first date that he and I went on, and something bad happened that I'm very embarrassed of. I don't know if I should say it.
Well, why don't you
But
just
anyway, he
whisper it?
told him, and I was very embarrassed.
Right.
But I think essentially what happens is when you're drunk, it eases things up a little bit to the point where, you talk about things you don't find particularly comfortable when you're sober.
Guys go into make an ass of themselves mode, which is I'm going to fight, or I'm going to urinate like somewhere indiscreetly, or I'm going to urinate and fight, which is something I like to do. But they make asses of themselves. Women make the asses of the guys they're with.
They help them.
I have told...
No, I've seen quite a few women making asses of themselves drunk.
I've pulled girlfriends aside at like company parties where they just get completely blitzed and said, listen to me. These are people I work with.
Yeah.
You're completely out of hand. You're embarrassing the hell out of me. I'm going to be pissed as hell tomorrow morning. You're drunk. Please just pull it together and let's make it through the last hour of this party.
They get enraged.
Come on. He says he's the funniest guy on radio every night in front of the mirror when he's naked and he's making muscles and he's yelling, I'm the king. You're like, oh, please. Drew, I'm right.
Why do you do that stuff?
Your wife's embarrassment. Please, it's just an example, Drew. I'm riffing. Your wife's in embarrassment mode when she's not drunk. Wait till she gets a few in her.
Just honesty.
All right, so I don't know why women do it, but...
And by the way, you kind of remind me of her that way.
I do?
In terms of things that both of you humiliate me for, yes.
Oh, please, Drew. Come on. I have so much couth. It's sickening. Come on. But women...
Yes, anybody listening would know that.
Let me just finish this. The guys deserve it because it's payback time for not paying attention to them during the week or during the whole relationship. And that's what happens. Women ask for attention. Women say, look what I got, or come here, or do this, or do that. And the guy's got one eye on the TV. Yeah. He's talking on the phone, and Monday Night Football, and the whole bit, and then it all comes out when the booze comes up. All right. Huh? Yeah? We got to go to break? All right. Drew's right. Drew, you want to sell the next one?
No, still no. We got tons of questions for the band that you will not let us go to.
All right. No, I didn't say we couldn't go to them.
Hey, this is Love Lines.
No, we went to 2 in a row. You wanted to go to 2 in a row, and I said, let's take a regular one.
We'll go to some more band questions.
Okay. Bye.
The voices are trying to throw me off while I'm trying to concentrate on this.
Okay, you're safe.
Thank you. LoveLine will be right back.
LoveLine, Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, Monique, T-Bone, Save Ferris is here. We'll hear a little something else off the It Means Everything CD, which is the Save Ferris CD. And we'll have more. Hey, Mike, can we go to this now? Oh, we can, yeah. All right, we'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
LoveLine. Adam Kroll, Dr. Drew, Save Ferris is here, and okay. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Screw the fax number, and here we go. The phones. Adam.
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yeah, I am. I had a couple of questions for Save Ferris.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, Adam.
Thumbs up.
How about you?
I'm great. My first question was wondering if you knew when you'd be coming to Minneapolis next.
Oh, we were just in Minneapolis.
Really? When were you here?
We played the university.
University.
Oh.
It was a fun show, but it was kind of bad because they were all seats.
Yeah.
And people had to stand in the aisles to dance.
And my second question was for Monique. How did you get together with Real Big Fish for doing She Has a Girlfriend Now? Did they come up to you and ask you if you want to be in it or what?
Actually, I was hanging out with Aaron Barrett one night in Seal Beach, and we kind of started talking about doing a duet, and that was the inception of the song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's what happened. Then he wrote it, and then this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My final question was the name Save Ferris from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Cool. All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, Adam.
See you, Adam.
Bye.
Bye. Well, wasn't it written like graffiti, or was I not understanding your bio?
No, well, actually, it is from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off because they say that term repeatedly in there. But someone had written it on a desk or a cubicle in school.
Oh, I see.
And our guitarist Brian saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And
there you go.
There you go.
Oh, that's where they took
He
it
said
from.
that would be a great name for a band. Either that, or I'll name my first child Save Ferris.
Drew, you never wrote on the desk, did you, as a youth?
Kind of feels like I probably did early.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Drew with the rebellious side.
Yeah.
Drew.
What was the rebellious thing you ever did in school?
What was it?
Has this ever come out?
That's about it.
Really? Carving on a desk?
One time when he was taking one of the Scantron tests,
He marked in the upper left corner that thing where you can get them all.
He used a pen instead of a number 2 pencil.
No, number 3 pencil.
Oh,
it's all
Drew.
over.
Yeah.
It's all
How
over.
could you?
Yeah.
How can you sleep at night?
The machine spat it out like one of his
I
kids.
look at you so differently now.
He's a wild man, that's true. All right, now listen, Drew, didn't I just yell at you about this?
Let's do some questions
please.
on the band.
For Christ's...
I'm
all right, let me
sorry.
explain what's going on here.
You're fighting. Don't fight.
The last time we had a question for you guys, that's fine. But Drew, the next call Drew lined up was another question for the band. And I thought, well, let's not do 2 questions in a row.
That's too repetitive.
Let's mix it up. We'll take a couple of calls, and we'll come back and take another question for the band. So after I stated this very clearly before we went to break, what's Drew do but line up 2 more questions in a row?
And in the
for
time
band.
that you've been ranting
shut
about
up.
this,
You
we could
know
have
I'm
taken
right.
the damn
You're
question.
so passive-aggressive,
Let's go.
Drew, please. Jim.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, you're 26.
Hi, Drew.
Don't embarrass me with a lame question now.
I won't.
Okay.
I have a major concern.
Yeah?
About this married couple in the Midwest with the fertility drug and the 7 babies at one time.
Right.
To me, this seems like, I see on the news they're getting college scholarships and free van and all this great rewards. Seems like they're kind of inviting or encouraging people to go out and seek out fertility drugs, have all these children.
It's an interesting viewpoint.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I never really thought about that. But
what was
everyone
the-
does seem to rally around you.
What was the method whereby they came to the septuple? I'm really not up on this story, except...
They have one child and were trying to have another one for years and couldn't, so they got this doctor to give them this drug.
It was a drug induced. It was not implantation or something.
All right. It just
Well, they wouldn't implant that. Can you? What?
They always implant. They try to implant 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 4 of ours took.
Who would implant 4?
Yeah.
Would you have to have an abortion?
No, one dropped out spontaneously.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
or we
nice.
would have reduced. I think we would have reduced.
Reduce is nice for abortion, right?
We would. Yeah, it's called a selective reduction.
It's like you're thinning the herd.
And the reason being is that you are really you are putting the whole population at risk if you have too many of them. I mean, these septuplets are all on ventilators and ICUs. These are not going to be normal
And
babies.
the population of your belly, by the way.
And to be able to parent effectively 7 kids is not impossible. It's just not possible. Let alone rear them and give them the resources they need. Both parents would have to quit their job, and I don't know where you get the money to do the things they need.
That's why people offer so many things to people.
Well, which is wonderful that they do that, but it's still, if you look at the people that have greater than triplets, the so-called parent survival, the impact on the mother's health, the survivability of the relationship, very poor.
Plus, they already had one kid to begin with, too.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising. You'd think they would have an idea what parenting is and understand that they couldn't do it for 7. Multiple parenting, having been a multiple parent, is extremely difficult. It is just amazing.
Yeah.
And I to go more than triplets, I think even to go triplets. Our obstetrician sat us down and said, "Don't do it. Parent survival is too bad."
Think of how much vomit they're going to have.
And we gave a lot of thought to it. And our thinking was very similar, I'm sure, to what theirs was. And what we realized was that a lot of the things that were bringing us down on the side of reduction were sort of spurious things that selfish things. We wouldn't be able to take vacation. We wouldn't be able to. We'd have to work hard. This kind of thing. We thought, we have to go for this.
But
that's different
buy
than
one of those cute little 3-seated strollers.
Yeah, we had one of those.
Yeah, those are way cute.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
Let's see. Your question is it's more of a comment?
He just wants to discuss.
They want to discuss the
I was
topic.
just really concerned, and I was just wondering if you had mentioned it on your show.
No, we hadn't, and I'm glad you brought it up, but I don't think people should...
7 kids is a little much.
They shouldn't assume that they're going to have a career out of being a parent. It's just a horrible idea. I mean, a celebrity status because they have a bunch of kids. It's a horrible, horrible statement about why people go into parenting.
They also said that, I guess, I was just listening to the news before we came over, and they were saying that, I guess, was it the... Inquirer, one of those things, hit them up for giving them money to do their story, and I guess they were talking about some movie deals and stuff like that.
Well, they're going to need all that money.
Yeah,
I'm telling you something.
That's what I was thinking.
I think that's what the caller was saying. He was implying, is it a good idea for people to give them cars and scholarships and things? They're
going to need it.
But I think the reason why people are doing that is because they are going to need it.
And again, this is sort of a retarded religion, keeping the 7 all together, because here's the kind of effed up thinking there is, which is we're pretty religious folks, which these people are. They're not for abortion. They're not going to tamper, and that's God's work kind of thing, and they're not going to screw with it. Meanwhile, who's keeping the kids alive?
Right.
I mean, listen, if you just had the kids out in the woods, they'd all be just being picked over by vultures at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They came out at 2 pounds and 3 ounces each one of them. They'd all be dead without modern technology. Plus, you wouldn't have the litter in your belly if it weren't not for modern technology anyway. So let's just, I hate, all right, I love religion, but here's one of the parts about it I can't stand. It's that selective religion.
That was a religious thing for them?
Yeah.
To have 7
Right.
babies?
That's why they wouldn't reduce.
This is why a lot of religious folks are just plain retards. It's that selective thing. It's forget about religion. I'm going to go ahead and get knocked up by a robot. Here, that's fine. Is that how they do it? Do they actually have a robot have sex with you, Drew?
Oh yeah.
How they get the sperm in there?
No, they put
a robot.
A robot.
They use a chicken thingy, a turkey baster.
All right, so
no, it's like a pipette.
I'm going to do it through artificial means, and we'll keep the kids alive through artificial means, and then when they're born, we'll respirate them and keep them in little incubation chambers and all that through it. Completely artificial.
I think, part of the reason,
but it's.
I don't think people really grasp the hard fact that they are going to have 7 sick people if they try to save all 7, as opposed to 3 healthy ones.
Right,
and that's God's will.
Right.
That would be God's will, that the 3 that do survive and survive healthy.
God's will is that they all die. It's just there's a whole bunch of doctors that come in and put them in incubators.
Well, God's will is that they probabably,
they didn't get pregnant in the first place.
To have children
there you go.
In the beginning.
That's right.
I mean, that they chose to. But
right.
I mean, if you're going to look at it from a totally religious standpoint, I'm sure you're thinking, well, maybe it was in God's will for me not to have the children.
Right. It's convenient God's will.
I'm not saying I agree with that.
It's a very complex issue, and the whole issue of what to do with life once it's initiated is very complex. But when you're sort of saving others,
right?
Just to if you have to sacrifice to save the others, the scale sort of balances out.
It doesn't mean that you're not a moral person.
No.
Here's what we'll end this with. Anytime there's a little gray area about God's will, you just call the phone number, and I'll shed some light on it. It would have been God's will for him to keep his job and for her to keep the one kid who she was bored with. All right, Maria.
Hello.
You're 16.
This is Malia, and I'm 15.
Oh, boy. All right, who cares? What do you want?
Well, I have two things. First of all, I sweat a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I do, too.
I do, too.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Any particular place?
I use any kind of deodorant and antiperspirant, and it doesn't work. I just sweat like a hell of a lot.
Under the arm.
Yes, under the arms, at the back of my legs, in between my legs, and under my boobs and my
Really?
forehead.
That's usually a good sign, though, because that means there's some boobage there.
Antiperspirant and deodorant just controls the scent.
Are you on a medication?
No.
Well, antiperspirant
Can't
can
you get those little
slow that
trees?
down.
Oh,
Can't you
yeah,
get those little
yeah.
trees that you can hang?
Sorry.
No, she's not talking about. You're not talking about the scent, are you?
No, I'm not talking about the scent. I'm talking about I drip.
Right.
I do too.
Some people are just that
I
way.
drip a lot.
It's
Is there something wrong with my glands? Or
No, it's a matter of fact, people always tell you, because I do the same thing, but I sweat from my forehead and my brow, which is really embarrassing because it will just come pouring off me.
It's embarrassing for me because I can't lift up my arms because I have these big wet splashes.
I sweat so much when I perform, so much. And,
Yeah,
like,
but-
women come up to me and they're like, you know what? It's so great to see a woman up there totally sweating and, like, not even being ashamed of it.
Yeah, but the guys are repulsed.
Who cares what the guys think?
No, listen, I'm
Please
kidding.
yourself.
I walk down the street and I'm sweating.
Okay. You see, let me tell you something, Monique. It's
Malia.
No,
I'm
I'm
Monique.
telling Monique this.
Monique,
It's all right for people to sweat when they're doing things that would justify sweat. Working out, up on stage, it's almost a badge of honor to look like a disgusting pig up there because it means you're really earning your money. But if you're out on a date or walking to class, you don't want no one's going to come up to you and compliment you on your
what
sweating.
can she do about it? Is there anything she can
yes.
do? I had an uncle whose hands sweat. You know what I mean? And he had a surgery,
Yeah,
and they
cut
had
the-
to remove a rib to do it. It's not worth. It's such a total. What's the word? It's an outer thing. It doesn't matter.
They removed a rib?
Yeah, they had to get into a gland in his back, and he
I
was
thought
like
they just snipped
hospitalized.
things.
No, I think they get at the nerve. The
Jeez, I'd like to
sympathetic
get at
plexus.
that. I want
not worth
to. I
it.
tell you, I want to reach across the table and punch my mom every time I look across at her and see her forehead dripping sweat while we're eating spaghetti, and I realize where I got this thing. But they have medicine, right, Drew?
Well, for local areas, that cream you use,
There's
the Xerac
medicine?
cream. There's a cream you can
I got
use.
this stuff. You
I
can
could
put it
use
on
some
your
of that.
you can put it on your forehead, and it doesn't really. I'm a really tough case, but it'll even slow me down a little bit.
Yeah.
Why couldn't she apply this to different places? Also, part of it is she could probably cure through like some sort of meditation or biofeedback or some BS like that. Yeah,
Wait,
some
you use
acupuncture.
medicine?
She ought to check.
For sweat?
She ought to have a sort of a hormone check, make sure she's menstruating normally, make sure her thyroid function is appropriate and that sort of thing. But I suspect it's just her. Just the way you see your mother sweat, I bet
Right.
she would see the same thing coming from
But
her family members.
It's embarrassing. Unless you're a really big fat black guy, it's embarrassing. For some reason, big fat black guys are allowed to sweat, and that's kind of cool. Like, if they're doing a movie with big fat black guys, they will actually spray false sweat on them to make it realistic. But women sweating, not good. And skinny white guys sweating, not good. Everyone thinks you're a drug addict or you're lying or you're nervous. But they equate the sweat with your emotional state.
Your anxiety level.
Hey, this guy must be really intense or really hopped up or what have you. Yeah, but there is medicine. And
Wow.
yeah,
I
I
didn't
used
know
to
that.
use it. I
It's a
don't use
cream?
it anymore. No, it's like a liquid. You
Lotion.
And you just rub it
Lotion.
on?
No, it's not a lotion, Drew. It's
a water base, yeah. So
it's real. It's clear and it's more liquid than water.
Yeah.
Is that possible, Drew?
possible.
Is it like antiperspirant that you put on your forehead?
No.
No, it's like a medicine that I don't know what the hell it does, but it comes in a little Drysol. Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Dry
No, it's called
salt?
Xerac.
It's called
Xerac.
Xerac, but the brand name is Drysol, or the generic name is Xerac, or one of those things.
Do you have to have it prescribed?
Yeah, but it's cheap. It's like $9.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like sweating, though.
Danny,
Yeah,
you're 14.
yeah. Oh, Adam and Drew, you guys kick ass.
Thanks.
Save Ferris.
Yes.
I've been listening to you guys for over a year now. I learned about you guys from Real Big Fish. You guys are my favorite ska band of all time.
Thank you.
Cool, thank you.
That is so nice.
Appreciate that.
You are so nice. Thank you.
I'm so nervous.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
I can't see you. Don't worry about it.
Are you sweating?
Are you sweating?
Yeah.
Want some lotion for it?
Yeah, I was wondering, I have some questions. What's your relations with Real Big Fish, especially like Matt Wong?
Oh, Matt Wong's. Should we? Oh,
Yeah, Matt Wong's here in the studio.
I'm pointing at Matt right now.
We're looking at Matt right now.
Oh,
No,
hi, Matt.
Oh,
They
he
said
went
he just-
outside to smoke a cigarette.
Never mind. He's gone.
He can probably hear you though. I'm sure.
When will you guys be coming around to San Jose?
We're going up to San Jose at the end of February.
Are you gonna be there?
Yeah.
Can we see you sweat?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Are you going to do an all-ages show?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're playing the Edge.
Danny?
Yeah.
You know where the Edge is?
It's in...
That's in Palo Alto.
Yeah.
I don't need to know where it is, but do you know where it is?
No, not really.
Okay,
The
but
Edge is in Palo Alto's
you
confirmation.
got 4 months to find out where the Edge is.
It's not
Danny.
far from San Jose.
Okay.
You're so great. Thank you.
Oh, and last question?
Yeah.
We were?
Is there like an address I can write to get your autograph or something?
Well, we have a P.O. box.
Yeah.
And we also have... Are you hooked up to the internet?
No.
Okay, well then we have a P.O. box, but we've been on tour, so we haven't been able to get to our letters for about 4 months, but we're going to start taking care of that.
You want to give that P.O. Box
P.O.
number
Box
out?
5081, Anaheim, California.
Isn't it 5081?
Yeah, it's
That's right. You're right.
5081.
Yeah.
Anaheim, California,
92804.
92804.
Yeah.
You got that, Danny? Is there anything on the record or the CD jacket that would, say where you could write if you wanted, fans and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know. It might be.
I don't think there is.
I don't think there is either.
Well, you guys really got to research this stuff.
I think the easiest way to do it, and it's unfortunate because I'm not hooked up to the internet. I don't have a computer, but if you can get to a computer through the internet, you can log
I
on to
just
the
heard
Epic website.
One of our television people tell me something cool we're going to do this upcoming television series.
That's a lie.
No, we're going to have real video phone hook up through the computer.
It's going to be
Through people's
disaster.
computer.
Somehow it will be disaster.
It's going to be like Pigtail. You'll love
It'll
it.
be as good as Pigtail, which I've cursed from the word go on that crappy show, and it still never worked out. And Drew just sat there like a big
Now it's going to be
grouper, nodding
now
his
it's going to be
head.
computer, video phone, and Pigtail.
Oh, for Christ's sake. And Drew just sits there smiling and nodding while I make an ass of myself yelling at everybody what a bad idea it is.
I think it sounds great. Love technology.
It's a good idea. Yeah, technology's fun until you're the guy who's in the rocket while it's burning on the pad.
Look, the first airplanes
You
that
idiot.
lifted off the ground did
All right,
not fly
I'm not,
across the ocean.
Listen here, Orville.
Yes.
I'm not Wilbur. You understand?
Well, you're gonna have
Let
to-
somebody else work it out on their show, and then they can bring it to our show.
All right. Yes, Your Royal Highness.
Thank you. Vanessa,
Yep.
you're 15.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Okay, I don't have a problem. You don't have to worry. But, okay, where should I start? Adam, you're a god.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you.
If you ruled the world, one, you could put a kitchen over your basement.
Yes.
Over his garage.
Over my garage.
yeah, your
but
garage.
That's all right.
And I don't know. I just think the world would be a better place. Just you and Drew are awesome.
Well, don't
Well, I don't
urge him
wanna
on.
build him up too
Yeah,
bad,
please,
right?
Vanessa.
Adam
please.
Carolla for president.
Oh my God! Oh, the humanity.
Yeah.
Okay, Drew, you're awesome. You've helped me out through a lot.
I can see me being me running. At any time, did you ever smoke marijuana?
Yes, I have,
I'm
actually.
stoned now, actually. Who asked that?
What would
You're
be
bringing
your
me down.
slogan, Drew? I mean, what's your name, Adam?
Mine would be a chicken in every pot, 2 cars in every garage,
And pot in every chicken.
and a pot in every chicken, and a felon in every jail cell.
All right,
Vanessa. What is it now?
Well, I pretty much just wanted to say all you guys rule. Save Ferris, you're an awesome band.
Thank you so much.
You guys are cool. Sherry, Ann, and Lisa, you guys do a good job. And Mike, you need to wake up. You need more Drew drops in there. There you go.
All right, we're going to play something from Save Ferris now, actually.
Cool.
Is that all right?
All right.
All right. Thanks for the compliment.
You're welcome.
Vanessa.
Thank you.
We all appreciate it. That's nice. It always comes in waves. We'll go 6 months without anyone saying anything nice about the show, and then
one night.
No one will say anything nice about the show, and then we'll go another 6 months.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's a year.
Yeah. And then one night somebody will say
One
something.
night, 2 people in a row will say it, and then it'll be another 6 months. So that's a LoveLine roll. All right. Save Ferris. It Means Everything is the name of the CD. Here's a song that I enjoy. And this was like the first this is the first hit off the album, right?
That's actually one of the first songs we recorded together.
No, it is.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And
That's off our first album, actually.
The World Is New?
That recording is even off of our EP.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And you released this one basically first because somebody decided it was going to be a hit, and it was a hit.
When we were in the studio, our the guy who produced it, Craig Knapp, he was like, "This is going to be your hit," and we didn't know. I mean, we were just like, "Okay, it's okay, it's our hit."
Well,
you know. So, and actually, after that, we met up with people in the industry and our manager and everything, who said that it would be a great song. So.
I think it is.
For radio.
And
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know what song we're talking about, here it is. The World Is New. That's a really good song.
Ta-da.
Short,
Thanks,
sweet,
Adam.
but leaves you wanting more.
That's what she said.
Yes, doesn't it?
It Means Everything is the name of the CD, and we'll be back with Save Ferris. Oops, sorry, Mike. Freaking out tonight after this.
I don't think they're aware of how much they suck.
Hey, that's not very nice. You kissed my mother with that mouth? I mean, your mother?
LoveLine will be right back.
Hi, this is Aaron, Scott,
and Tavis, and we're Real Big Fish.
and you're listening to LoveLine.
With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Great. She's very nice. She's a very interesting person.
All right. Hey, what? Has the show started? Oh, it has. Okay. When Mike gives me that blank stare, it usually means the show's
That's
beginning.
a hostile, violent, enraged look. That's
Oh, it
not a
is.
blank stare. It's like you are a scumbag, Adam.
Oh, okay. Great. Save Ferris is here.
Hello.
Monique and T-Bone. And, hey, did you hear that Michael Hutchence from INXS died over the... What did he die of?
Asphyxiation.
Was it a drug thing or something?
No, I think
thought
a
he-
hanging is what I'm hearing.
I mean, he killed himself? Or is it one of those...
I don't know if they know it for sure yet, but what I had heard.
Well, I heard asphyxiation by hanging. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, let me just say this. We don't do much of this on the show, but those guys were all in here about 2 or 3 months ago, weren't they?
Yeah, they sound like great guys.
Over the summer? He was a real nice guy, and the whole band was really nice. And I sort of expected them to be dicks,
Yes,
too.
yes.
I don't know why, but I did. and
they weren't.
They're both actually probably
Australian.
had like the whole band in here.
Yeah.
But anyway, everyone was amazingly nice. He was amazingly nice, and we had a great time with them. So, our condolences.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
It's always weird. It's weird when you know. I mean, he's in here. He's jovial. He's shooting the breeze, and I mean, this just a few months ago.
He left it. He had a little young daughter too.
That's what I heard.
Right. Oh, so anyway, I didn't know the full story on it. Just heard he died.
We'll hear more.
Okay.
I did want to comment till I got more detail. So,
Mike,
Yeah,
you're 33.
that's correct. Adam Hay, Save Ferris. My question is for the good doctor.
Mike.
I have, to say the least, a rather colorful drug history. And what happened as a result is I have hepatitis C.
So you have chronic C.
Chronic C.
Right.
My question is, how transmittable is this through sex?
It's about the same as HIV. I think a convenient way to think of it is to think of it that it's a virus that's very similar to HIV, and it's transmitted in the same routes and about the same infectivity.
Because the doctor I saw told me it was like a 1 in 1,000 chance. They've done lots of studies.
Yeah, it's very. In fact, there has been debate over the years as to whether it is transmissible that way, but I am categorically convinced it is. And
but here's the deal: HIV is not the easiest thing to spread.
That's correct.
Either, but
and just like HIV,
you don't want to say that.
That's right. And just like
it sounds kind of irresponsible.
And just like HIV, if you're a receptive partner in anal intercourse, that sort of thing, then that's a very effective way to get this disease. It's an interesting disease. I mean, people have not heard that much about it yet, but it is devastating. It frequently, maybe 60-70% of the time, an exposure to hepatitis C results in chronic C. Most of the time, chronic C is active and oftentimes can lead to liver cirrhosis and liver cancer, and it is treatable. It is quite treatable right now. We are going to see a time, I predict, that people will monitor the viral levels of hepatitis C and HIV for that matter, just the way diabetics monitor blood sugar. That you're going to be able to adjust your medications to make sure you're suppressing the production of the virus. There's guys out there that have the technology. It just hasn't sort of moved into the mainstream yet.
What's the difference between hepatitis C and chronic C?
C is just the acute initial viral infection, and the chronic condition, about 60-70% of the time, sets up, and there's a chronic infection of the liver cells that leads to cirrhosis and cancer.
I too see a day, Drew. Mike?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Right now, my liver functions are normal.
Good.
What are the chances that this is going to come back and haunt me?
Well, if
said about 85% of the people that have it live a normal life and it never bothers them.
Well, look, you need to see a hepatologist because that's not true. You need to find out if you ever had a liver biopsy.
No.
So we don't really even know if you have chronic C or not. You know that you were exposed to it because you have the antibody to it, but you have to get the liver biopsy, and if you had it, you have to get treatment. Because this can be, if not completely eradicated, certainly slowed.
Does a coroner perform the liver biopsy?
No.
No. How do you do
It's
that?
pretty simple. They do it mostly ultrasound guided now, and they just take a needle and just go like that in the side. It's like almost people that have it done, they say that it feels like just being punched in the side.
Which is pleasant, or
which is not pleasant, but not as horrible as you might think.
And this needle goes in, this crocheting hook goes in, grabs a piece of your liver and comes out.
Yes.
You with it.
Yes.
While you're awake?
Yes.
That sucks.
Yeah, that
No
does
anesthetic?
suck.
The local, but it really doesn't hurt as much as you think.
How deep you got to send that in to grab a piece of liver? About 2 inches. And what do you? The liver's not pissed off about this at all? I mean, there's no reaction?
It's ultrasound guided, and surprisingly, there's about I don't know the data off the top of my head, but there's a very slight risk of bleeding. So they used to watch him in the hospital, right? Now they pretty much send him home the same day.
Because if I was the liver, I'd be like, hey, what the F? I may just shut down and ram some bile somewhere or something.
No.
Is that what the liver does?
Yeah, could.
Oh, could. See,
Doesn't, though.
that's what I'd do. Andrew?
Barbara. Yes?
You're 17.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
have a problem.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah?
You got the radio on back there?
No.
What do you have on?
My aunt is talking to me in the background.
Okay.
She won't leave me alone.
Well, put her on. Let me talk to her.
You already talked to her.
I did?
Yeah. She called last week with a problem because her boyfriend and child support and all that.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I thought I ordered an airstrike
Yeah, you
on
did.
that one.
Yes, you did.
Jeez, I really got to talk to my guys. I probably took out an innocent family.
And look at the advantage that you actually...
Andrew, are you calling from home?
No, I'm at my aunt's house.
The same one you called the strike
Yeah, I
on.
called one in on the... Oh, boy.
No, I'm having
I'm going away from these smart missiles now, Drew. I'm just going to start taking out blocks again. It's enough of this. There's too many people are getting through the cracks. All right, Andrew, what is your question?
Well, my real father, he was like really into drugs and all that, and violence. And he used to. All I know about him is that he used to do drugs and beat on my mom. And then after 17 years, he wants to come back into my life. And he came up to me and confronted me, and I have like all this anger built up, and I don't know how to project it. And he wants to be like just.
Well, what did he do? Contact you?
No, he came by and visited me.
Okay. Well, it's a form of contact. Was he let out of prison or something?
Yeah.
Oh, he was. All right.
He got out.
What is his intent in contacting you?
He wants to like finish, I guess, what my stepdad has done.
What has he done?
Raise me. He wants to come back in my life and become
Why?
my dad.
But why? What's motivating him?
What's motivating him?
Yeah.
I don't know. He just showed up one day.
Is he in recovery from his drug addiction?
No, he's not.
Is he still getting high?
He says he's not.
But he's not in some kind of recovery program.
No, not that I know.
Because sometimes when people get into recovery, they want to make amends and try to reestablish relationships that they screwed up. So that's one possibility. The other is he may just need a place to live.
And his conscience could be bothering him and so on and so forth. Andrew?
Yeah?
Here's what you do. Just be honest with him. Tell him you have a lot of anger toward him for his actions in the past. You're not ready to forgive him right now. But you're not, going to totally rule out the notion of having a relationship with him.
That is the right answer.
But you're not capable of doing it right now.
And
You
even
need
if
some
it's
time.
even if in the context of some healthy recovery that he's trying to make amends, he should understand that this is part of the wreckage of his past, and it may take a long time for him to be accepted back to the people he's trying to make amends with.
Andrew.
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yep.
What's going on?
Not much. First of all, I just wanted to say hi to Save Ferris.
Hi.
I saw you guys in a little record store in Reno one time.
Oh, what was
Oh my
that? Insurrection or?
Yeah, it's closed down now, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, no.
That was a cool store.
The guy who owned it was so nice. He took us all out for drinks afterwards.
Yeah.
You know
that
a
was-
funny story about that show?
What's that?
Both Jose and I were playing with our zippers down.
The whole show.
The whole show.
Really?
And we didn't know it.
Well, I didn't notice either, so.
That's good. Some girl walked up to us afterwards and she's like, "Did you do that on purpose?" And we're all, heck yeah. Yeah, we did it on yeah, not funny.
Yeah, I even had my penis shrunk before the show to make it extra funny.
So what's up?
I wish I could find the guy who shrunk it.
Well, I guess my question would be either for Monique or for Dr. Drew. Monique, for the women's point of view.
All right.
I'm 20 years old, and I've never had sex. I'm wondering if my height has something to do with it.
How tall are you?
6'8".
Wilt Chamberlain was 7'2" and had sex with half of North America.
Well, my problem is I'm tall, white, and uncoordinated, so basketball's pretty much out of the picture.
Yeah. It is true that any kind of physical abnormality, when I say abnormality,
difference.
Well, it's not normal, abnormal. Yeah. I mean, anything over 6'5", 6'6", it gets a little weird, and anything under, 5'6", or something like that for guys, but these are obstacles. You can get past them. But you won't get past them if you focus on them nonstop, and then have this sort of self-fulfilling prophecy with stuff.
That's always the thing. Wherever I work, basically everywhere I go, I'll walk past a stranger, no more than 5 feet away, they'll just shout at the top of their lungs, "My God, that guy's huge!" And it's just like, well, it is such a big thing, no matter what situation I'm in.
Are you a big guy or just tall and lanky?
I'm midway between lanky and stocky.
Okay.
I think this will work itself out. You're still sort of filling into your, Still sort of getting into his own skin.
Yeah, all the guys I knew in high school that were the big behemoth types never got any chicks, while all the wiry monkey boy type guys, the Iggy Pops, were off getting laid left and right. I could never quite figure that out. I'd always grown up thinking that women wanted that sort of He-Man kind of guy, but it's not true. All the skinny, IV guys, all the strung out, veiny guys, they seem to get all the chicks, but it does even out as you get older and you grow into your body and everything, because you're probably big and goofy.
Monique,
what size shoe do you wear?
I'm a 14.
Ah. No, I was just gonna say you're probably pretty lucky because you're more likely to date models than any short guy. You know what I mean?
Well, it just...
No, you know what? I think you're probably made aware of it all the time when you're walking around or whatever.
Yeah.
I really hope that you're not self-conscious about it, because that really shows through.
I try not to think about it, but
Yeah.
the fact, it's brought up on just totally at random.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. People don't really look at that as a handicap, so they go ahead and bring it up all the time. I mean, when someone's fat, they say, hey, lard ass, come here, want to show you something. I mean, they don't do that as much because it's considered a handicap. They feel sorry for these people.
Yeah. Right.
People, usually, people look at people who are tall as people who are blessed, in a sense. Not freakishly tall like yourself, Andrew.
Oh, thanks.
But not circus tall. Doorways, I know from being a carpenter, 6'8". That's the height. That is the regulation for a doorway.
It's to a point where, there are some doorways I have to duck through, but, even if I don't, it's just on instinct. I duck through doorways now. It doesn't matter how tall it is.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think, you sound really charming and quite attractive.
Thank you.
I think, being attractive is really a state of mind, and I think women really, intelligent women
it is
pick up
true.
on that.
Very true. It's true to you. Other people still look at you as ugly. But as far as your own mind, you may feel attractive. I don't know what that gets you, because people still see with the funky hair and the big teeth and stuff. But I've always felt attractive, Drew. Never got me anywhere, but...
You're just proving your own point.
Yeah, you get chicks, don't I?
No, I know. I'm very good looking now. It's just,
yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's the point of distraction. Whereas people don't think I can have a personality with these kinds of looks. You know, Drew? They figure I'm just a big slab of meat. Then
I don't trust you.
I don't know why they're with me. I don't know if it's the.
You're just a prize. To any woman, you're just a prize.
Right. I don't want to be just another notch in their vibrator or whatever women put notches in. Drew, what do they do?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, Drew's done with the show.
No, I'm not. I'm done with this segment.
6'8" is fine. There's no problem with that. You're tall. You're few inches taller than most, but I can guarantee you there are plenty of guys walking around out there who are 5'6", 5'7", who would give their left nut to be 6'8". I guarantee that. Don't get mired in it. Just find yourself someone who's interested in you.
He sounds like a great guy,
that'll be
too.
that. Okay, we'll be back.
I don't go in for these backdoor shenanigans. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. Chips, dips, chains, whips. Basic high school orgy type of thing.
LoveLine, I'll be right back.
Hey, all right, cats. It's Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew. Monique and T-Bone are both here from Save Ferris. Although Monique is not here. Where's she?
Water.
You guys in the bathroom? Oh, yeah, because you guys did line her and she couldn't run out. All right, that's fine. We know. It's funny when people take the show seriously. Like, we'll go to a commercial and they'll go, do I have time to run out and go to the bathroom? And you go, yeah, whatever. Go ahead. Go home. Go to the bathroom at home. Well, we don't care. Well, if we come back and the lights... No. Just come in. And, hey, give me a granola bar. Isn't it funny when people... meanwhile, Drew's yapping it up in the hall with Ann, and I have to call him on the air to come in and start the show and stuff. There's really no protocol to all of this show. Just go to the bathroom. If you got to go number two and waltz in when you're good and ready. Pants around the ankles, no excuses necessary.
Adam usually does it, so.
Michelle.
Yes.
They're 26.
I am. I'm a little over the hill. And I'm very happy to be talking to you guys.
I started listening to y'all probably, 6-7 months ago, and I've really appreciated your honest feedback that you give to people.
Well, thank you.
I really like Adam's cut through the crap attitude.
Yeah, it's weird. People enjoy that in a weird maniacal kind of way.
You know, I'm sick of all the beating around the bush.
Or strangely, they get you wrong on both coming and going. Either they're too appreciative of what you say, like Michelle, or they don't get it at all, and they think you're making fun of people.
Yeah, it's funny.
Which you're not. You really are not.
When you do make fun of
You're
them,
making
there's
light.
a good reason for it.
Well, yes. Or are we making light of the issue so it's more comfortable to talk about some of this stuff and so we can all share it on a common ground is really what it's about.
Well,
this is a compliment
let me explain.
for you.
This is like giving a bear kudos for crapping on a crop and providing much-needed fertilizer for the soil. Oh, the bear's just taking a dump. I'm just a bear taking the dump. If it makes a more entertaining show and more people listen in, and then we get to help more people via Dr. Drew and his half-baked medical advice, so be it. But I look at myself as a bear taking a dump. Right, Drew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you say.
All right, so, Michelle,
Yeah.
what's up with you?
Okay, you had a caller just a minute ago before me, the guy who was real tall, 6'8".
Yeah. He wanted to hang himself, but he couldn't find anything high enough, so he's really feeling bad, though. He hasn't been laid
Did he
yet.
ever say? Did he ever give you his weight?
No.
No. See, I've got a younger brother who's 6'7.5" and weighs 155.
Ooh.
That's sick.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Anyway, I myself am very tall, and it's been a hang-up forever.
Why?
Why?
I thought guys like tall women.
You know, people have told me that, but I just don't believe it's true. What I've found is that tall guys tend to like the real short ones.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, it's true. You always see the real tall guys with the little, figure skaters.
Yeah, the little itty-bitty ones.
Is it the
It's
women
sort of
that like the tall?
compensation.
Is it the women liking the tall guys? Because short guys like tall women.
Well, tall guys have told me, guys in general have said that they do like small women because they're able to protect them. They like that feeling of being a lot bigger than the girl that
I like a small woman because it makes my penis look bigger. It's all perspective. You know what I mean, Drew?
Whatever you say.
Please. Anyway,
That's why I was reluctant to get the queen-size bed. It made my penis look smaller.
But you know what? But it isn't
like an army cot.
But it's interesting that there's as usual a element of truth in what you're saying, and that is that men are threatened by women generally, and so a woman that is physically imposing.
You really believe that?
Yeah, I think.
I keep hearing it. I just can't buy
No,
into
I think there is a little, and that's why our culture reflects that a little bit. I think men have a little anxiety about women in general. That's why misogyny is so prevalent. But I think a physically imposing woman would sort of tap into those fears more readily.
Well, here's the bottom line. We can argue about height till where everyone's blue in the face. Susan Anton is like 6'1". Susan Anton is 6'1", full of tan, blonde, tight-butted spokesmodel, and has never had any difficulty getting dates, although she's dating Dudley Moore. Was going out with Dudley Moore. So,
but short guys like the tall girls.
How
that's
bizarre is that?
Yeah.
Susan Anton, he must have to get a step ladder to go down on her. Oh, please. Could you imagine? He needs a spot to have oral sex.
Well, everyone always says that, when you really get down to it and you cut to the bottom line, height doesn't matter.
Right. But here's what I'm saying.
Okay,
if you're really beautiful and you're 6'1", then you're really beautiful and 6'1", everyone wants to go out with you.
There's the problem. What if you're just average? What happens when you're just average? And what I found, I'm not exactly thin, but I'm not real heavy either. And having this hang-up about my height has led to a lot of borderline eating weirdnesses. And because I found that when I lose weight, it's noticed more.
Yeah.
I get more response from men.
But probably every woman can say that, though,
I
right?
get dates.
But couldn't every woman say that?
I don't know.
I'm not even a woman, and I'm going to say that. Yes.
It sucks.
Yes, that's true.
Wait a minute. What sucks? I mean,
that men are so tuned into all that weight consciousness.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
That's how guys are.
I kind of can't blame them.
I know, but the world is a very aesthetic place. It really is. And, sad but true. I mean, you can argue with it. You can fight with it. You can tell everyone how wrong it is. But ultimately, just get a nicer car and lose some weight and join them. That's my motto.
Yeah, but then if you do that, they're going to judge you for something else.
Well, yeah, but
either your nose is too big or your arms are too long.
You sweat too much.
You got stinky breath.
That I've been judged for.
Whatever. Yes. I think essentially the concept is to just kind of like who you are and not give a crap what anybody else thinks. It's
a great idea. It's just hard when you're perpetually single. To really like who you are. That's the problem.
Well, you're probably perpetually single because you don't like who you are.
But it's a fallacy, though, to think that you can exist as a person in a vacuum. And we define ourselves by our relationships with other people, and we are social beings. And so to say, don't care about anybody else, that's not reality.
It's not about not caring about anybody else. It's really not caring about their perception. It's caring about your own perception.
It's about being true to your own values and not allowing your feelings about yourself to be totally dependent on the outside world.
And it's a balance. I mean, everybody cares to some degree what people think of them, and part of that's healthy. It keeps you from, makes you wipe your ass before you head out the house.
Is that what makes you do that?
That's my only reason. That and a little chafing, but mainly, well, I mean, put it this way. I would walk through malls with one hand in my shorts and the other finger in my nose.
If you could.
If I could.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if it was my mall and there's no one around, that's exactly what I'd be doing.
You wouldn't be wearing shorts.
I would urinate in the first potted plant I saw. But I don't, because I don't want to be judged that way. And a little bit of that. Thank you, Drew. Is that mature of me? The point is a little bit of that is good. It keeps society in line to some degree. But then going home and beating up on yourself about it is taking it too far.
Are we going to do the Save Ferris song?
No.
You sure?
Ready to do.
We played 2 songs already.
All right, 3. Okay.
Only the big stars get 3.
Just asking.
We don't even give the big stars 3.
3. Line 3.
Oh, line 3? Oh, okay. Kevin?
Yes.
You're 26.
Yes.
What's going
on? My predicament is I'm a former neo-Nazi skinhead. In my younger years, I had done a lot of disgusting and inhumane things to people, like burning crosses, terrorizing little black children, and inflicting personal injury upon people who were unable to defend themselves due to physical disabilities or drug addiction.
All right.
And around 8 months ago, while home in Boston, I had met this girl at a show. And we've been dating ever since. I've fallen in love with her, and I want to tell her about it.
Hold on a second. Is this Dickie? No, it's not? Okay. I was just kidding, Drew.
And so, again, what's up with this girl?
Well, she's a Mexican-American, and she just totally is appalled by skinheads, racists, sexists, and I'm afraid if I tell her, I'm going to lose her. So my question to you is, should I tell her or keep it my skeleton?
How long ago was this something you did?
From the ages of 17 to 22.
Jeez.
But you're no longer living that life, right?
No.
What happened to you that caused you to go that way? Were you beaten physically as a child?
No. My parents were never around. I never had any friends. I was kind of a dork in high school, and these skinheads had befriended me. And I just hung around with them. I started believing in their beliefs, and I just started doing what they would do, so I would keep them as friends.
Well, I mean, you don't believe that, Drew? Well, I mean, what about when you feel like Kevin did, which was like an outsider, and then all of a sudden here's a chance to belong?
But you don't. I mean, it's possible, but it's not likely. I mean,
that you would join up?
Not unless there was some significant.
I could see you joining up, but I couldn't see you actually perpetrating some of the violence and stuff.
Exactly. You have to have some pretty heated emotional turmoil.
You mean actually you went like beat up gay guys and stuff like that?
I've done that.
And you never were physically abused, or
nobody ever struck you when you were growing?
No, but they were never around for me emotionally. I mean, I've seen like fathers taking their sons to Red Sox games, and my father never did that.
Right.
I just never had any contact with my family except for when it was time for them to feed me, or
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, let's just say it's possible. All right. So the point is you've now put that behind you.
Yes.
Okay. And you found yourself, ironically, a Mexican girl to go out with.
Yes.
And you're into her, and you don't know if you should
Very deeply, I've fallen in love with her.
don't know if you should come clean about your past.
Do you feel that you need to?
Well, the question is,
Oh, hell, we're out of time.
We're out of
Oh,
time.
Christ's sake. All right, here's what I would say, since it's my show. I would not tell her, at least immediately, because she's going to freak. Just like I wouldn't tell her about having crabs or whatever it was. But I would certainly try to repent and make amends through doing what I could do. First, just having a good relationship with a Mexican American is a good start. I think she's
And
going
try
to
to
freak. I
figure
think
out-
you're going to freak her out.
And he needs to figure out what is really going on emotionally that caused him to get into that stuff, and put it in that context, because this is some kind of acting out.
Okay, we'll be back.
I began to float up and away from my body.
Lady, you better get back here. If you're not here when LoveLine returns, they're going to be pissed.
Float.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions, that's for sure. If you'd like a written transcript of today's program, you probably should have written it down yourself. And if you did, we'd like a copy. LoveLine producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Sit, Obo. Obo, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.